Alright everybody, welcome back to Lynn Haven Farm. I didn't get a chance to do a video last Sunday because a lot of stuff got piled on that I had to get done. Which was a wonderful start to my week-long vacation. But anywho, I thought I'd do today on pretty much the property to the farm. When we bought this place, there's 15 acres, which is still what we have now. Most of it was fenced off for pasture when we had horses before. So I'm going to kind of give you a view of what we got, what we're working with here, and kind of go from there. Now, over there's the barn, the house and stuff like that, and the property line comes up along the road here. And where we're at, this was pastured off too. And it kind of comes up, I don't know if I'll be able to get a very good view of it. We're using the John Deere Gator for this because it's going to be a lot more versatile to maneuver around this place. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear me just fine here. But the fence kind of went along the road and went down over. And you see where that tree is right there. It's like right in there, about where that sign is, right in that general area is where the fence line went down in. And then it kind of went down over that way. Now I do believe I can get through this small patch of woods here a little bit just fine, so we'll go through there, kind of get a little better overview of the property line anyway. So I don't know how much of this will be fenced off, because originally when it was fenced off we had 6 horses, and I doubt we'll get that many again. So, but anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but like right about where my fingers, there's a fence post from the old fencing, and it looks like when the high tensile was up, it originally was barbed wire, but he ended up going to electric, and then oh crap, what the heck, high tensile. So, and they already had free roaming here. There's where a lot of the equipment is kept. So, apple tree, they used to love the apples that came off them tree. I don't know if it still produces or not. I haven't thought to look in recent times, but yeah, the apple tree there. So kind of tell where the grass is higher on our side compared to the neighbors here. It goes right straight up to the road, the property line. And as a matter of fact, there's a few fence posts right there from the old fence. And it came in over to the stone wall here. And just over that stone wall, there's fields over there. And you kind of see where this fence is. I'll see if I can get a better view of that. But right here, you can see there's another field here. We used to lease this field, and it went all the way down over there and back up to the other side of the house next to us. And we leased that from the farm over there, which we still know them, and they're actually really good people. I want to talk to them and see if I can get into these fields, because they don't do nothing with them but brush hog them once a year, and see if maybe they'll let me hay it or anything like that. I did talk to him one time. He said for what it would cost to get those fields to so he could put any crops in them would cost more than he really wants to put in. So maybe I can luck out and be able to utilize that field from them. But we did lease it from them, and it was pastured off as well. And I want to say there's got to be at least 20 acres, maybe a little more. So that actually came towards the end after the 2 oldest horses passed away. It pretty much didn't lease it anymore. I think it was $1,200 a year or something like that, which in my opinion wasn't too awful bad. But anyway, so further right over in here, I think it's right about in that tree. Property line drops down over the hill, and this is our woods over in here. But before the fence went down over the hill, because the fence fenced in the woods, they had the woods they can go into. They had the fence come along the tree line at the top of the hill, and then it went across the top of the hill over there. But now we're gonna kind of have a little bit of fun here, because I don't know if it'll show it on camera, but it is a steep hill and it's pretty muddy at the bottom. But this thing does really, really well getting through mud. So if not, we just get one of the tractors out, we'll be good. So one of the projects I want to work on, I need a loader tractor, is to kind of do some better drainage here, because right over in there it has got standing water, and it stays like that quite a bit unless you get a really good dry spell. So it looks like my better half wants to come and join. Tagging along?
Yeah, fine.
Did the camera work? We've now been passed off to the better half. We're doing property lines.
Fuck me, hold on. Okay, sorry for the language.
What you do?
I don't know, hit a button.
I did do a test spot in there with the plows. It plowed up better than it did 2 weekends ago, so I'm going to work on getting the plows up back up and do a couple more runs with that. Anywho,
I should have put my seatbelt on. Hi, tree.
it's been a long time since any of this has been mowed.
There is a trail here. Oh, look.
Well, those trees hadn't fallen down before, so. But this was all fenced in too. The horses came down here. I don't know if they spent a whole lot of time down here. I know I have seen them down here a few times. Believe it or not, I actually had the Oliver down in here when me and my youngest sister were down here cutting up trees, because there's a lot of trees that got to be cut out here. They're dead, which is going to be happening here pretty soon.
Fabulous. Limbs falling on me.
What you got yourself into?
Hit it. Ah.
Here you can see where the old fence line was. It's still been knocked down pretty good. I don't remember it being that knocked out. But it does come down at an angle that curves into here.
Oh, that's weird.
Even when we leased over there, it was still the fence was still up there. It sat for a while.
freaking nut. I love that wall.
One of the few stone walls along
I swear I'm actually pretty good at holding a camera still. This is some BS. There's that. Oh yes, that was fun. That big fat tree your sister wants. Isn't that the one?
No, that's further over on the other side by the field. Remnants of things we cut down before. Actually, that big one over there was funny watching Allie trying to cut that down because she was cutting and driving wedges in there, and it did not want to move. It took her like 20 minutes to get it to come down, and Matt actually videotaped that, my youngest brother.
That's not part of the wood stumps in the barn, is it? Ow, son of a horse's ass. That's not part of the wood stump that's in the barn, is it? The big wood stump?
No. I was down in here just beyond the pines, the fence. Actually, the wires are right over there. They shoot off over, and there's a field over there that.
I don't know if you can see the stone wall.
Just pretty much goes a straight line over into that other field, which we won't be able to get through there, so we're going to go back out. But.
So sunny! Now to get another ass whooping from nature.
Huh?
I said I'm getting another ass whooping from nature. Oh. Holy snake, son of a beehive. You. Ow! Horse tits right in my finger.
Yeah, at least you'll have a good laugh at your reactions.
Yeah, sorry again, folks.
Yeah, you said you wanted to participate in video, so here's a good start for you.
There's that tree that they were hacking.
Yeah, that was Allie's greatest challenge tree to drop right there.
Oh, that would be fun to build something in.
Huh?
There's a lot of trees down here. It'd be fun to build something in.
Actually, that's kind of funny. You said that there was, when we first moved in here, there was a bigger tree. Actually, you can kind of see where it's laying off to the side there. That I'm assuming it was at one time maybe like a hunting stand type deal. And we actually kind of monkeyed with it, kind of made it into a fork, but a few years after that, it rotted away, and yeah, it went all to crap. But,
What's that pile of rocks down there?
they were there since we moved in. I think there's 22 of them down there.
Probably part of the stone wall, huh?
They could very well be.
I know, like way back, they said they used to bury dead cows in the cold rocks, right? And they couldn't dig.
Probably. I've never heard of someone doing that, but that doesn't mean they don't.
Or horses or something. I don't know what the heck it was. I'll have to look it up. Take that as complete bull crap until I can look that up. Alright. Oh shit. Right in the swamp. Here we go.
Well,
No.
I'm not that daring to try and go in there, but anyway, there's a field right over in there. We've only ever been able to brush hog it a handful of times because it is wet. The pond, which is at the top of the hill by the house, drains down in here, but the fence line came across from the woods into here, and only half, or more than half that field is actually ours. The fence line comes up, and then it goes up along that hill there, which you can't really drive up into because it's pretty rough and a lot of rocks up in there, but it goes straight up to the pond, which we'll head up that way now and show you guys that.
There's where we usually see
Yeah,
it.
the fence came in, the stone wall there, it shoots up, then comes over. So what the foot slipped with the pedal.
Do apples grow on these still?
That's a good question. I gotta come down here in the summer and see. I know they used to because the horses ate the ever-living heck out of them.
Yeah, they picked the steepest part of the hill, huh?
There's no avoiding it no matter what part of the hill you go on.
There's the butts.
Alright, right in here. Over there, actually used to be a part of the long time ago. This was also all pasture as well. Now they mow a regular lawn there. Remnants of the old fence. And like I said, that used to be a part of this farm, that land over there, eons ago. And way out there a little bit, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a stone wall which the old barbed wire fence comes up through. The whole thing wasn't in electric fence.
That is also why we didn't come up through. It's a little woody.
Huh?
The electric fence came up through it.
Oh no, that's been disconnected for a long time. I think it's actually barbed wire ran up through there. But this pond never goes low. The spring actually comes out up there and it drains down below. It actually needs better drainage down over the hill at some point, but we actually used to swim in there.
You gotta tell the story on those boards here.
And you got a good view of them?
Oh yeah.
Alright, if you look in there, you can see there's, looks like boards in there. And what they actually are is composite decking boards. And the story behind that is that, oh, that's probably going on about 3.5 years ago or so. There used to be a composite deck, not the whole length of the back of the house, but about half, I'd say. Well, they took that out when the, what the heck they did? They built the whole entire deck all over. It's all pressure treated lumber now. Well, in the wintertime, for any of you who are familiar with Pennsylvania winter, it can get pretty slick. And what they were doing, they had it loaded in the back of the white truck that I was hauling scrap with, you guys will know. They came out, of the fence over there, and then they came around the pond and drove through there and tried to come up the hill here. Why, I don't know. And the back end of the truck kicked out and it stopped right there. And she wasn't going nowhere. All that composite decking board just slid right off into there. Well, yeah, when I showed up, I think it was a couple hours later, had to pull them out with my pickup, which was a fiasco in its own because we had to pull it back towards the house because it wasn't coming up out. And so nobody ever went in and got them, so yeah. And there they lay. Well, we used to actually swim in that pond, and if I remember correctly, that's at least 6 feet deep.
Right here, it's not too deep, but
It's funny because we used to have a paddle boat, and my brother, the nut job that he is, kept trying to sink it in there all the time. But that's pretty much the property line, so I think that's going to do it for this week, and we will catch you on the next one.